The Bellawood. I did stop at a garage sale and picked up a Lazy Susan. And hard to pass it up for that price. And really good shape. Lazy Susans are good for model building, sculpting, just a variety of things. Especially if you got a pretty decent sized model and you don't want to just have it like sit on your workbench. You can just put it on the Lazy Susan and spin, work on a section, and just keep going. That's all there is to it. On the Bellawood itself, I started on the etch on the bridge area, and I pretty much got all of it on. I did leave off the crane here. The crane had an edge piece, which I think is the basically the same. It looked the same, so I just went ahead and used the kit one. And once you get it painted, you'll never know. This week, I just basically been adding little side details that go along the edge of the deck. And this morning I started adding the little gun emplacements. And pretty much got most of the parts on, except for the little guns and a few little tiny parts, but basically mostly assembled. Before I add the bottom parts here, they go along the side. I had to go in with some red putty and on both sides to fill in the gap for the multi-segment hole, which is, I don't understand that, but anyway, waiting the putty to set up so I can get that sanded later this afternoon, and probably shoot some primer on it. I'm not going to paint the I call it the water line. Usually there's a black line that goes along the hole. I'm going to use pinstripe tape. So I'll show everyone once I get the hole red on and the actual gray hole color, and I'll show everyone the pinstripe that I do on when I do boats. But the Bellawood's taking shape. I'm hoping to get all the little tiny parts on, and then we can start painting. That's the fun part, and the decals on ship because it brings it to life. The jump jet, I really didn't have too much time to mess with it this week, and it's more of just time in general. I did have a couple minutes this week, and I did add monster clay. And monster clay you can get from Smooth On. Give a plug there. On the jump jet, the wings actually contour with the hull. So what I did was, and monster clay doesn't dry out. It's a non-hardening clay, and what I did is getting the clay contoured with the wing, and then I was smoothing out with primer, because what I do is I don't use like a epoxy sculpt or anything to make the master. I'll use like clay, smooth it out, get what I want, then I'll make a waste mold, make a mold of this, make a waste mold, and then I'll finish it out with detail and everything. And that's why I could have a harder surface to work with, and resin's usually the best to sand and get everything the way I want it. But I'm hoping in a couple weeks I'll be able to get farther along more on that, but time is of the essence. The Tiger class, which go on the Battlestar there, pretty much did the top part of the bays. It's pretty much done. All I did was finish sanding them out. I got to add a little bit to the back here, and I went in and basically measured out and drew the panel lines on, and then I scribed them. And for scribing, I like to use Tamiya's scriber, which I think has got the better tip, and it doesn't really scrounge in the plastic like a traditional scriber. But this is an excellent tool, and I usually all I use is a straight edge, or like a piece of plastic that's a straight edge, and you just score it all the way down, and it's just a great tool. I mean, you can even score it and break styrene pieces in half. So I scribed all them, and then I was working on the bottom of the bays, which these are the actual landing bays when you see it on the ship itself. So basically making this kit about 2 parts. So I'm trying to finish sanding off that, get them all squared up, and then I'll scribe some lines and add some very little detail to it. But that's what I got going on there. The Tiger class, and more on the Bellawood. So stay tuned for the next one.